Hey friends, welcome, and today we're diving into River of Gold. This is a beautiful game of merchant trading and influence along a gold river, hence the name River of Gold. So my goal today is to give you a feel of the solo mode, which is a fan-made mode made on BoardGameGeek. That's what these cards are here. And you know what? The actual designer had really beautiful backings you could print out on the cards, but I did not do that, so mine are just plain and white, so I'll have to reprint these at a later date. So in River of Gold, you play as a merchant clan trying to build your trade empire along this winding river, which for the purposes of the video, as you can see, this is a ginormous board and our river is going to flow from left to right. In this game, we are going to be constructing buildings on these shore spaces. We're also going to be sailing our ships as well as the AI ship down this river in order to land on spaces and collect resources. Additionally, we are going to be able to deliver goods to customers, unlocking additional benefits or discounts for building in certain regions. These customers are also going to potentially give us endgame scoring, which can really add up, as well as merchants that give us additional benefits when we complete a journey or basically end at the river and then start back over at the top. So I've basically set up the game here, but just to give you a quick rundown, you are going to place the board in the center of the table. You're going to add at random the region scoring tiles to each region influence, which there are 6 of these all together. You're then going to place 3 mastery cards up here. These are going to give you different objectives you can try to earn throughout the game. For instance, this one says deliver to 3 different customer types. These cards are double-sided, so I have this for a solo mode on the 2-player side, but there is a 3 to 4 player on the back. You are going to want to create a supply of your resources as well as the currency in the game called kuoku. Depending on player count, you are going to know how many of these markets to predetermine on your river or your building sites. We're also going to need 12 era 1 and 9 era 2 tiles. We can go ahead and set up the building row here with our era 1 tiles. The way you know it's era 1 is it has 1 dot, whereas the era 2 will have 2. Of course, each player is going to get their clan board as well as their matching clan tokens and ships. I've already put the ships out here on the board in the starting location. I do not put the AI tokens out on the different clan boards here. I only do my own, and I just add the AIs throughout the game. Turn play in this game is incredibly easy, and there is a great player aid right on your clan board here. You have the option always of spending Divine Favor. That is this little yellow gem that goes on the right side of your player board, and basically that is going to help you with some dice mitigation, making some tough decisions, and mitigating that dice to get you the action combo that you're looking for. Then you'll be able to take one of the 3 actions that we're allowed to do in the game. Lastly, you can check to see if you have claimed any of these masteries you've earned, and then you're gonna always end your turn by rolling your die. That way you have time to think about what you wanna do while it is the other player's turn. Now let's hop back to Divine Favor really quick. That is this little 1 through 6 option you have here on the right side of your player board that does the dice mitigation. This might be one of my favorite mechanisms in this game. So your sun marker shows you how much favor you currently have, and as I was saying, you can spend it to change the die roll. So if I roll a 5 but really need a 6, I can spend 1 favor to increase it, or if I need a 1, I can also spend 1 favor to make my 6 wrap around to a 1. This creates a wonderful tension about when to spend this precious resource. So your moon marker, which is up here between the 3 and 4, your moon marker shows your maximum storage capacity. If your sun marker would ever meet or exceed it, basically you lose that additional favor. And then let's quickly break down the actions. So each turn, like I said, you will be able to take one of 3 possible actions, which is to build a building, sail a ship, or deliver to a customer. So let's quickly look at each one. If you choose to build, you are going to select an empty shore space in the region that matches your die number. So for instance, here I rolled a 2 or this kind of tree icon. So that is going to be this section up here. And if I'm ever confused what building space that is, you're going to see that same icon matching in the building spaces that are applicable to where you can build. So in order to build, I am going to need to pay the cost on the depicted building spot. For instance, I have the option between 6, 9, and 12. Once I pay that cost, I can then come over here to the building row, and I basically can select any building that I want to place on my building site. Now there are 4 different different buildings that you can build, or I should say 4 different colors represented in the game. I have 3 of them out here and 1 here at the top. The first one here is shrines, and it is depicted in red, and it is basically going to award victory points. Next, I have a green one here, that is markets. This is going to be where you are able to get supplies or resources. And then we have orange. I actually have 2 orange here. These are called manors, and they provide influence in the particular region where you are building them. And lastly, over here, I have a blue tile. This is going to be ports, and these give you money typically when visited. So for this scenario, let's say that I really want to gain favor, and I am going to select this one to build here. I just simply place it just like this, following the shape of the building icon. But your building isn't done yet. After building, you are going to put one of your clan markers on the building's build bonus and gain that much influence in the region track. So as your marker advances, you're also going to collect rewards along the way. So here we have some amazing combo-y goodness. You can get things like goods, money, victory points, or even divine favor. So let me go ahead and just show you that. So I can see that for this particular reward, I will get 3 favor. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, passing over a rice resource, which is going to go on my player board. And the last step is going to be to follow these arrows here, and we are going to slide this down and add in our next resource. All right, the other action you can do is sail a ship. Sailing is where the spatial element of this game really shines, which I'm not always great at, but the more you play this game, the easier it gets. So as you can see, we have 2 different ships. Mine have gotten moved all around here. But we have 2 different ships, so we have the option of what ship we want to move. We have some choices to make. And what we're gonna do is, again, we're going to be using our dice. The dice is kind of the core navigator in all of your decisions. It's the foundation on which you're making all of your decisions, I should say, which is why the divine favor is so important, because with this being the foundation of your turn, that's kind of where everything spokes off of. So to move my ship, let's say I wanna move this bottom one here, I'm looking, I have a 2, so I know I can move 2 spaces. The spaces are basically these like triangle type spaces on the board, so mine would be 1, 2, and this would be the location then where I would gain my resources. So for this particular space, I am looking at the 4 different icons or building sites that meet inside of this triangle. So I have 1 here that would give me a coin. I have 1 here that would give me 2 victory points. And then these 2 would also give me a coin. The fun thing about this game is later on, let's say I have something like this in this spot here, and we will say that this is a building I have built. And maybe we have one here as well. Okay, so you can see how as players or yourself have buildings represented in the spaces where you sail, things drastically change. So here I'm still gonna get a coin, here I'm still gonna get 2 victory points. But here, I'm also going to gain 2 favor, gaining me 1 of these porcelains, and here I also get a porcelain. But because I own this building, I also get the backside of this resource, which is 1 victory point and 1 coin per market building that I own. Well, that is just the ones with the green banner, and I can see that I own 1 of those, so I would immediately get a coin for that as well. Now, these benefits, the owner benefits, also apply if my opponent lands there. Of course, I wouldn't get the front side, but I will get the 1 victory point and the coin per market building. Now, if you're curious about what happens when your ship actually needs to move to and you're at the end of the river, no worries. We're just gonna go back to the top, 1, 2, and this would be our space where we would collect our resources or victory points. But because we have finished a journey, we are going to follow the icons here. We would remove 1 of the building tiles, sliding everything forward. So it's kind of a running timer for the game, because when these tiles run out, that is the end of the game. We would also have the option then to get 3 koku or 1 of any resource. There are also different cards, particularly the merchant, who is going to give you benefits every time you complete a journey, and these are all different depending on what merchant card you have in play. So speaking of merchants, that is also a customer card. Customers provide both immediate rewards and ongoing abilities. So to deliver to a customer, basically all you're going to do is look that your die matches the required die in the corner, the upper left corner, just like this one does here for this particular noble. So once you have a die that matches, that's going to give you the ability to deliver to that specific customer. So at the very top, you are going to see the required elements for this noble. He wants 2 silk and 2 porcelain. I would need to have those resources and pay them back to the general supply. Then we will gain any rewards shown and then draw 2 new customer cards and discard 1 from our hands. So basically at any given time, we will always have 2 customer cards that we can work on fulfilling. And if you're wondering why you have an extra player ship, this really big ship, the noble is one that actually lets you upgrade your ship from one of the small ships to this bigger ship. And this noble and some of the other ones will give you endgame scoring victory points that you can try to acquire throughout the game. They kind of set a nice trajectory or objective for you to go for as you're playing. And just to give you a quick breakdown, merchants typically gain influence and help when your ships complete journey by giving you some additional bonuses. Nobles allow you to upgrade your ship with special abilities, like I was saying. Artisans reduce building cost and score for leftover trade goods at the end of the game. Monks let you place extra markers on buildings for double rewards, which is incredibly useful. And lastly, we have elders, which double your endgame region scoring. As you've probably guessed, these abilities really help shape your strategy throughout the game. So after your action and you've decided which you want to take and you've resolved all of that, either building, sailing, or completing a customer card, you're always going to want to take a moment to check and see if you have completed any of these mastery cards. When you meet the requirements, you'll just place your marker on the highest unclaimed value and immediately score those points. Now, of course, like I said, this is the 2-player side, and the 3-player is going to have additional spots for you to claim those. And the last thing you're always going to do at the end of your turn is roll your die. That way you can start making plans for your next turn. Now, 2 events are going to trigger the end of the game. The Emperor's Visit occurs when the last Era 1 building is added to the row. All players then gain owner rewards for all the buildings they have built along the river. Then we're going to have the game end, which is triggered when the last Era 2 building is added. The current player is going to finish their turn, then each player gets 1 final turn. Now, when that last tile from Era 2 stack is moved to the building row, the active player that triggered that is going to score 5 additional victory points. So final scoring is going to include regional influence here, based on the position in each region, points for the total number of customers you've delivered to, which you can see up here. So if I've only delivered to 1 customer, 2 points. If I've delivered to 4 customers, I would get 14 points. Lastly, you're going to want to look at any endgame scoring that any of the customers you have delivered to have given you as well. And of course, the one with the most points wins. Now, that was a really, really quick rules teach, because I'm assuming that most of you probably already know how to play this, but I did want to do a really quick run through for maybe people that didn't know this could play solo and they would like to maybe understand how this plays. So what I thought I would do is just play through a few turns of the solo mode on BoardGameGeek. You guys can check this out over there. Hopefully I am interpreting all of the rules right, but I really enjoyed playing this regardless. I guess if I am interpreting anything wrong, I'm still having a good time. So to get started, I am gonna go ahead and randomly move our ships based on dice roll. All right, so I am gonna go first. I am going to be starting with a 3 here. So I think the first thing I would like to do is go ahead and build, and that is going to cost me 6. And I'm gonna build on this spot right here. And I think I would like to get one that has the most influence. So I will do this one. Put my marker on it, and 1, 2, 3, allowing me to get a silk. All right, and that is my turn. I just need to end my turn by rolling the die, and then the AI is gonna go. So the AI says to sail the higher ship, and they have rolled a 2. So they are gonna move their higher ship down 2. When it comes to rewards, they're only gonna collect victory points and favor. So let's look at each spot. This is a coin, so they will bypass that. This is also a coin, but here they are gonna get 2 favor. And they are not gonna collect any resources, again, only favor. And then here is a coin. So that is the AI's entire turn. They will roll their die, and it's back to me. Well, I definitely could use some resources, so I'm just figuring out where is going to... I totally forgot to get 2 customer cards, so let me do that. The AI also starts with 1 face down, so let me see what I have. Okay, I've got 2 nobles here. Okay, that actually helps, because then I will go ahead and use my 1 to sail here. That's gonna get me 3 coins, and it is also going to get me a porcelain and move up 1 on my favor. Okay, great. Okay, so then I'm gonna roll. And we are back to the AI. They have a 6 this time. They are gonna sail their higher ship, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see what they have to collect here. So they have coin, coin, coin. Okay, so they are not gonna collect anything there because it was mainly resources. Okay, so we will roll their die and it is back to me. I've got 4 here. And let me see. I am going to spend 1 favor to make this a 5. No, I wanted to do this one. Okay, take that back. That was a 4. I really need it to be a 2. So I think I will wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I think I will move this one. Okay, that is going to get me, I have to do this in order or I get a little messy. So I have 1 coin here, 3 coins here, and then I'm gonna get a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which also gave me 2 coins there. And then I will also get 1 victory point because I own that building. That was a great turn. I have not been able to get any of the masteries yet, so it will go to the AI. So the AI has a 2 that they have rolled. So let's draw a card and see what they do. They're gonna sail their higher ship. So that is gonna be 1, 2. And again, they're in a spot where they don't get anything, so that is great for me. And it's back to me, and I think I forgot to roll. So I have a 3. Let's see, these are awfully pricey to build in, but what I think I could do now is spend a favor to make this a 2, and I am going to deliver to this customer. So I'm gonna pay my 2 silk, my 2 porcelain. Okay, and it's going to allow me to upgrade my ship, which is great. I will gain 2 in this location here, 1, 2, and get a rice. Okay, and then I have an ongoing effect. So my noble ship here that was upgraded collects 1 money from each empty space it visits. And then for endgame, I will get 1 victory point for every port or blue banner, which that reminds me, I forgot to do this, that I build and own. So that is done. I will also get 2 new cards to look at, and I am going to go for the merchant and discard the noble, and that is another customer I can fulfill then. Okay, and that is the end of my turn. So we are over to the AI. So the AI is going to build a building. They are going to look at the die. So they rolled in the number 1 territory up here at the top. They are going to choose the shore space with the lowest cost, which is going to be this 5 here. But they are going to choose the building that has the best building bonus, which is definitely this one here that gives them 4 favor. Okay, so they will put one of their tokens on there and also get 4 favor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that is their turn. So they rolled a 4 and it's back to me. Let's see, what do I want to do? I could afford to build, I keep forgetting to do this. Okay, so I could afford to build, and I think I am going to do that because this is really affordable right now. So we will do 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I want to get, well, the ports are gonna get me endgame points, but it's not going to get me much favor. So I think I'll take this one here. I like this one. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, get me a silk. And that is my turn. So let me roll. Okay, so I have a 2 for next turn. Okay, and the AI is going to sail the lower boat. So they are going to sail 4. So we are gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the first thing I like to resolve, so I don't forget, is this action down here. So we are going to discard and refill. The AI, because they don't really take any resources, instead when they complete a journey, they will get 3 victory points. So 1, 2, 3. And then they're also going to go up here and collect their resources. So we have coin, 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 and resource. So they're, oh wait, I was in the wrong one. Still the same, coin, 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 coin. Okay, so they're not gonna get anything because it's all resources and they do not collect those. All right, so back to me after they roll a 5. Okay, so I still need to get another rice, would be helpful. I really don't want to finish my journey until I can play my merchant, but I'm not sure where I'm gonna be able to do that. Bummer, because I don't see anything that is going to give me rice. It looks like I could move up on a track here and get rice, but I don't see anything else. Rice is up here. So I could build, no, I cannot build. I only have 5. So I am going to have to probably just move and get resources. 1, 2. That would get me quite a few victory points. Here, I would get coin. Okay, so I'm gonna spend 1, make this a 3, and I will go ahead and end my journey. 1, 2, 3, right in the spot with the AI. So again, we are going to discard, move down, add a new tile, and then I get 3 money or a resource, so I'm gonna get rice. And then I'm actually going to go up here and get a coin, and then another 3 coins. 1, 2, 3, and a coin here. And I get to move up my sun and get another rice. That was a pretty good turn. Okay, let's roll. I got a 2 again. I swear these dice are weighted sometimes. Okay, so it is the AI's turn. They are gonna build a building, and they are going to build in level 5 district. So they're gonna look again for the lowest value, which is right here, but then they are going to look for the highest influence. That's easy, that is this 4 right here. So they will get that, and they will go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Refill this, the one time I remember. Okay, and we will re-roll for the AI. Ooh, I think I had 1. Knocked that over, that's okay. All right, so that takes care of the AI's turn. It is back to me. We are coming up on the Emperor's bonus. Buildings are crucial. So I have a 2. I am going to go ahead and build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let me grab, oh goodness, do I want to go, oh shoot, I probably should have seen what my merchant was. Oh, she is a 2. You know what, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna do my merchant first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna do my merchant instead, which cost me 3 rice. So I will gain 3 influence in level 2, 1, 2, 3, which gets me 2 more coins. You can never have more than 25 coins. And I'm also going to put one of my markers down here to remind me that every time I finish a journey, basically when you complete a journey, I will gain victory point for every completed customer. So I am really wanting to complete customers, and then as I finish a journey, I will level up on the victory track. That is super exciting. That is my turn. And I am in 1 for next time, which is where the AI is, for their turn, which is delivered to a customer. Okay, so for the delivered to a customer, we started with a face down card. We're going to reveal that, and they are going to upgrade their boat. Okay, and they are going to gain 2 influence in the, looks like level 3 district here, 1, 2, 2, okay. And then that is it. They will also get the endgame condition, which is based on building type that they are building. Okay, then we will take and replenish with a new face down card, and that will be revealed probably within the next couple turns, because I believe there are 2 customer cards that they have. Okay, so I am at 1. Okay, I am going to, what do I want to do? I can move 1, or I could build in 1. I do have enough money to build, so I'm gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what do I want to do? I know that the blue is gonna benefit me because my noble will give me points for that at the end. I also forgot to draw 2 and discard 1. Let me do that. See, when you start filming, it's just like I forget everything. Boy, this one would be great because it'll give me a discount when I build in region 4. Although the elder is really nice because it doubles your points, but that's only 3, so that'd be like 6 points. That's not really that great. Okay, so I think I'll discard the elder Okay, and what was I doing? I was going to build, and I am going to build, oh geez. I guess I'll build, do I have other ones that are, I do. Okay, so I'll do this one. Level 6, sorry. I need to go into, oh, that is both one. That's fine, I'll do the top one. Okay, so I will place my guy in there and we're gonna move up 1, 2, 3, giving me a porcelain. I love those combos. Okay, that is my turn. Okay, I have 5 for my next turn. Okay, so the AI, let's see what they are doing. They are sailing their lower ship and they are just moving 1. We are going to get them, oh, they're gonna actually get quite a bit of stuff. Who built this? Did I build this? I did build that. Whoops, I forgot to put my thing on there. Okay, so they're not gonna get anything there. Here, they are going to get 1, 2, I will get 1, and then nothing for the coins. All right, and I think I'm gonna stop there. I wanted you guys just to kind of see, the next one we would do is a customer card. So we have in this deck of solo, we have several of the sales, either your upper or lower, and then we have 2 building and 2 customer cards. So you guys kind of see how that's made up. I have really, really enjoyed playing this solo. I'm so grateful that we had a fan over on BoardGameGeek make this solo mode. They did a great job. I think it's really, really well weighted. I will say this is a little bit hard for me to record because I can already tell I'm forgetting to do things, but this is one I'm probably gonna set up and play this afternoon. Probably more than once because it's one of those games, once you get it out, you kind of just want to play through it several times. But I've really enjoyed Rivers of Gold. It's beautiful, it's great Euro fun, it's a simple game once you understand the mechanics and how everything works. And every time I play it, I love how everything changes. Everything is always different. All of the different region tiles here for scoring are movable and they change, so you never know which regions are gonna give you the most point and kind of where you want to get the most influence. Don't be afraid to check it out, even if you're a solo player. The fan-made variant made this game like way better for me, so I'm super grateful that someone created it. Such a bummer that the publisher didn't include it in the game. I mean, something like this would have been so simple for them to include, but I am glad that we have it, so definitely check it out. That is Rivers of Gold. Thanks for watching, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you later.